How's up, y'all? It's popping in. It's D. About to react to this Playback vid. This is another Sneako related video, but someone sent me this and they said it's interesting getting, their take on the situation because Lo and Agent are a bit more familiar with Sneako than a lot of other people because, he was on their podcast and they had some type of relationship with him. I'm assuming they were friends. I don't really know, but sure. We're going to get their insight and see what they have to say, but the title is Calling Out Sneako. So they're calling him out. In the thumbnail, it says, "You've changed. You changed. You changed. You got dough and change." Let's get to the video.
Man, first and foremost, Sneako's not a cuck, man. Y'all gotta stop putting that on him, man. Stop putting that jacket on that man. He not a cuck, man.
Do you know
he
what
was just sexually
is?
liberated at that time, man. He was doing a lot of things he wanted to do. Slightly.
And I ain't gay. I'm not bisexual. I'm just sexually liberated, and I like to. Whatever.
Confused. You're trying to find answers, man.
It is what it is. If it talks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's a duck. If it talks like a duck, if it quacks like a duck, walk like a duck, look like a duck, it's a duck, love. That's what the fuck a duck is. This nigga's a duck. He's a cuck. All right, stop it.
Yo, I miss the old Sneako. I really do, man. I miss the Sneako that was willing to go out there, explore, adventure, understand who he was, try to get to the bottom of things, man.
I can't tell he's trolling.
Yo, that because back then Sneako was very open, honest. He wasn't as judgmental of things that he is right now. He just tried any and everything, even if it meant going to a swinger party and watching his girl get fucked. Because he did say he wanted to manage it. He said he wanted to manage it. Now, but does that make him a cuck, though, Agent?
I think so.
Back then, he did not care.
Thank you.
And I applauded him for that. Because at that time, I was like, there's only two niggas I know who don't care. Jadeon and Sneako. And neither one of them cared. Sneako even went with us to the sex dungeon, man. He didn't care.
You can't say
He went to the top floor of the sex dungeon.
What
He
is
saw
us?
the dude. You were with me, right? But I mean, everybody who's not in that. No, everybody.
You're not
who's
giving
in
context.
That,
You
nigga,
just
we
make
went
it
to a
sound
sex dungeon.
Okay.
We didn't have sex with one another. I'm not saying that.
Okay, say that.
Okay, guys. Yeah, you're right. Because Sneako's going to swinger parties. So let me be clear. We didn't have sex with one another, but we went to a sex dungeon
With a big group.
with a group,
men.
men. I mean, that's how swinger parties go as well.
I'm just saying, nigga, when you say me, you and him.
Oh, no. You're part of a bigger group. Went there. There's a top floor. I refused to go. I think another gentleman refused to go. Everybody else went. Up top, man, allegedly there's a dude beating his dick off in a cage. Y'all saw that. And Sneako was open to that idea.
What?
I went to a sex party before with my ex, my last ex. Okay, that I was. Y'all don't know him. And we didn't do anything with other people though. But whatever. So I'm not making that face like, oh, why were y'all there? Because I get the sexual liberation. No judgments. But it did kind of sound like they were saying, oh yeah, me, the three of us, we went together. Like that is a little sus. But I think as a couple, I think it's sexy. It spices things up.
To the top.
Okay.
To view it. That's what I'm saying.
He was just curious.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, but he wasn't open. You said he was open to the idea of a nigga jerking his dick off in the cage.
No. He was open to the idea of seeing what was going on upstairs.
Of course, yeah.
And so that's what I'm saying. I miss that old Sneako, man.
Okay.
The curious, spontaneous, introspective, adventurous Sneako, man.
Where are you going with this?
Stop calling him a cock, man.
Okay, I haven't.
But the follow up is like, bro, Sneako's changed a lot, bro.
He has.
Do you think that moment changed Sneako?
Sound like Dr. Phil, nigga.
Do you think so?
I don't give a
I've
fuck.
always hypothesized that was a moment where his life changed, bro.
No,
That's when he took the fucking red pill. That nigga Morpheus came in that nigga's dreams and was like, yo, which one, bro? You gonna keep getting cuts or you want to be enlightened? And he took the enlightened pill. I respect it.
So you admit that was some cuck shit.
Not judgmental, man. Because when you're judgmental, you get to the point of you waving firearm. You know what I'm saying? Like you get to that point because now you're so judgmental.
Yeah, I mean, Sneako's like such a controversial person, but only because he says all
their merch is hard. I can't
like
lie.
Recently, he's been doing less of that. I don't even think he believes some of the things he's saying as much as he knows is going to be received well.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you think something's going to be received well, you feel more likely to say it. I remember debating with Sneako, or even just watching some of the stuff that he would say, and there'd be times where he would deadass just admit he was wrong during the debate. Can't remember the last time he did that. I mean, he still might be doing it. I'm not as tuned in because niggas on Rumble now. But yeah, I think like some of the stuff he's saying has merit to it. Like he had ideas, beliefs and ideologies that didn't agree with what most people thought, so that's why he got packed up from most platforms except like fucking Twitter. And that is basically like a form of censorship, but then he'll take that nugget of obvious truth, like he got packed up from everything, he's being censored in a way, whether or not you feel like is justifiable or not is irrelevant to the fact that it's happening. And then he'll be like, the Matrix is out to get him. So then when he does something worth criticism, like you can't talk about somebody's significant other and their appearance for absolutely no fucking reason if she had nothing to do, drama, or the issues you have with a specific individual, but he won't admit to it no more. Instead, he'll just quadruple down. I don't know, I've been watching some of his recent clips. I don't know if even... No. They're basically hit pieces, but like there's like a new one being dropped every day.
Every day, yeah.
Niggas just clowning him. I don't even know if they're hit pieces. Some of them are just saying facts, so...
Yeah, that is...
When the facts feel like hit pieces, like you're doing the wrong thing. Like he won't admit to being wrong. He'll just... I don't know, you ever talk to someone who's really stubborn? I think I used to be like this. But like, you just can't say you did bad.
Yeah.
But like, he did bad. You talking about somebody's significant other, bro, you did bad.
It hides the fact, and like this feminist garbage hides the fact that she's attracted to that guy making the videos. It is what it is. Girls, you can vouch for it. You know it's true. She would. She would. And you know this is true, what's so predictable? You could tell by the way she's talking that she hasn't been properly in a long time. It's been a while. So she's on the internet making this garbage video, promoting all this feminist garbage to your fucking lonely girls in the comment section. What you really need, chat, is some
Are you even getting that?
Yeah, shut up.
Is that what
shut up
happened
with your
to-
feminism. Yeah, come
Is that
here.
what happened to your bitch at the sex
That's
party?
what you need. And she's gonna go, that's what you need. You need some sense to fuck back into you.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, you know what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Like that's when you
But here's the thing now.
You get too far.
So Sneako will do something or say something, and then niggas will be like, people will criticize him over it, and he'll say the same thing every single time in response. It's a joke. Like niggas don't understand comedy nowadays.
Oh no, but that's the other thing is
a
that
cop-out.
Sneako. But this is where I'm like,
Because you know what his motto is?
What's that?
His motto is his goal in life is to find truth through funny. That's what he said. He says it like fucking every.
But that's my point. Like when we first met Sneako, or when I first
But
met
it has
him,
to be
he was trying
funny.
to do stand-up. And so how you go from somebody who's supposed to be so
I haven't seen
accepting
not
of
one funny
comedy
clip
and cracking jokes and making light of things, to now you're taking everything so serious that you're emulating aggressive interactions with women, or like people calling you a cuck is so triggering that you get to the point of waving fire. Like how do we get to that point, bro? And that's what I'm saying. I just miss the old Sneako, bro.
What's the old Sneako?
I do want to ask. See, in the problem with the missing
The
Sneako.
old Sneako was like thought provoking.
Yeah, man.
And even when you didn't agree with him, it'd be an interesting conversation.
Yeah.
You feel me? I don't even know if I could have an interesting convo with him without it like going back to one of the fucking 2 talking points about the Matrix.
That's the problem.
The damn Matrix, man.
Because the thing is, like, because Sneako will always be like the barometer. He'd be that one friend who would test the waters out, and then you'd be able to follow up him. Like, all right, cool. Sneako said it's cool, so I'm gonna go behind it. But now I ain't got that friend no more. Like, for example, now I know not to go to sex parties because of Sneako. Even if that was a moment in my mind, I know now not to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
What?
Sneako, like, open relationships.
Is he referring to the sex dungeon party they went to? So something happened there? Is that what he's saying? Or is he referring to Sneako going and letting his girlfriend get fucked? What? If it's the latter, that don't make any sense, because you don't have to go to a sex party and have your girlfriend get fucked by somebody else. That's not mandatory. It's all about what you choose to do when you get there. You can go to a sex party and just watch. You don't have to do anything at all with your partner or anyone. It's not mandatory, love. So what are you talking about?
Sneako, he did not put a restriction on
Let's
how
keep this
big
up.
the other person's dick had to be when
What?
she's having sex with her. Personally speaking, if I were to be in one, I now know it's a 6-inch limit with her. All right, so no 10 inches, because we asked him that in the podcast. Another example, like I personally want to get my ass eaten, bro. So,
All right, Lord.
no, listen, I
don't even
need
want
to
that
ask
image.
someone.
I gotta
And
go.
Sneako would have been open to that at one point. So I can ask him, like, yo, Sneako, what's that feel like, bro? He outlined it to me. If he said it's a go, and I might follow up on that shit, man. I can't no more. Sneako he's lost. Man.
Low?
He's
No.
definitely found.
No.
Ring, talking all this shit, saying I'm fake red pill, fake alpha. If I'm fake alpha, I never called myself alpha once. And come and fight me. Or no, just hide behind the cloud thing. Go ahead.
We know who Sneako was before, introspective. He was open enough to acknowledge that he's insecure, that he has a lot of things to work on. He openly admitted those things. And again, that's... But now when you can hear to where, like, it's so anti what you were before.
I got that image in my head.
You're like, oh, not me. I'm alpha. And it's like, bro, but you openly admitted that.
No,
and
you never said you got.
Oh, my bad. High value. I'm high value. I'm enlightened. Took the red pill. So it's like it's the reason why it comes across as so contradictory is because it's opposite of what he said. Because a lot of people have said a lot of things, but if it's been consistent, then that's just what it is.
That's true. But I've changed so much that like the thing that bothers me about Sneako is like, yeah, he has changed. Like I don't think he's capable of having conversations without falling back on the same few talking points anymore. And I think a lot of it is rooted in the fact that now he's following this red pill, and the red pill really just is the pursuit of truth. We're all under the same pursuit at the end of the day. We just call it something different. Mm-hmm. But the only issue with Sneako's pursuit is that like he's become like egregious in his pursuit. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like, and I don't know if you know this, Sneako, about yourself, but like it feels like everything you say because you think it's gonna get you more clicks. That's the best way to explain it. Like you think the egregious joke about about how she needed to suck my dick, I'm just gonna fucking give it. It just has to be more extreme. The take has to be more extreme. Like I don't know if you follow his Twitter, but yo, the shit he be saying, the jokes, it's just extreme to be extreme.
And it's also obsessive. It's like, do you have any other talking points? Anything else? Again, I'm not familiar with his content, so I can't say for sure, but based on what everyone seems to be saying, it's like... based on what everyone seems to be saying, it's like that's all he focuses on, so it's like an obsession, and it's just like, alright. But yeah, this
add to the humor is just extreme. Yeah. And you know it's because it's working.
Yeah.
When Sneako was making interesting, thought-provoking videos...
We'll get back to this, but first, since no one asked, the definition of insecurity is uncertainty or anxiety about oneself. Lack of confidence. And I'll show you more of the interviews, but they're not that insightful because women will always say something about body image and men will always say something about being weak. Am I pretty? And am I gay? And the best footage I could put here is of my real home city of New Haven, Connecticut. Everyone thinks I'm from New York because it's close by. I was born there, lived there for years, and I don't correct them because New York sounds way cooler. How much we act based on validation is something I've always thought about, but I never see anyone talk about it. We value being real so much, and I think seeking validation is the #1 disease prohibiting it.
Everybody is insecure about something, and I think that how we act can all be boiled down to what bothers us the most.
It's like that guy with the huge American flag Monster Energy pickup truck with the balls in the back has a small pee-pee.
Nice camera, man. Thank you. You got something to say?
Deep down, we're trying to prove someone wrong, and it influences so many decisions we make. Like this guy who started flexing $1 million unsold art because I made fun of his bun.
This is $1 million piece.
Okay, you sold it?
It's on sale.
Well, good luck.
Mm-hmm. But now he's having a crazy take after crazy take after crazy take. He's doing better than ever and making more money than ever. Like, he might be banned off all the platforms, but now he's selling this fucking course to niggas on Discord. Mm-hmm. I bet he's making plenty bank off of that. I don't know what the fuck he's being paid from Rumble, but, like, definitely has a bigger profile. He trends, like, I saw him trending twice in the last week over dumb shit that he said or done.
Oh, well, no, one at a time is because of the cut.
Yeah.
The cut holder.
I know.
Yeah, like, I mean, I don't know if that's...
I know.
I don't know if that's on the trend for it.
But he was bragging about it.
Because he admitted his story. That was a 2-year-old clip. That's a crazy part that people don't know. That's not a recent clip. That's like a 2-3-year-old clip about how he watched his girl get plowed next to him. And... He did. I mean, did he not?
I mean, why'd you use that verb?
Right.
I know.
What's gonna be used? Blown out?
Fucked?
Fucked. Ram? Fucked. Her moaning, toes curled and shit like that, and how he had to just get up and he just couldn't do it anymore, but then he did it again. So yeah, like that.
Wait, he did it twice? That's
the reason why he was trending. That's all I'm saying.
I know. Yeah. But he bragged about it, like, oh, look at how popular I am, basically. I don't know if you follow him on Twitter?
You did?
Yes, he's like the life of Sneako, trending all the time.
No, I mean, like, he bragged about how much he's trending right now?
Yes.
Oh, then, okay, I see what you're saying.
I'm telling you, it feels like he's doing everything he does because he knows he's going to get more clicks, he knows he's going to get more attention.
That's tough.
And it's odd.
He's a cloud
demon. What's crazy is I never took Sneako as that person when I first met him.
Me neither, actually.
I never took him as that person.
Me neither.
I never.
And the interesting part is, like, one of Sneako's big criticisms to, like, channels like ours, and he says it all the time on his streams, because I see clips of it, is like, well, commentary channels just ride the fence. But it's interesting that anytime you don't have, like, an extreme opinion on something, like, the extreme niggas be calling it riding the fence. But this is my opinion. I don't think Sneako's a fucking horrible human being. Rage asked an interesting question at the end of his reaction when he was reacting to all this, because apparently now they got beef too. And you're YRG, so this might be relevant to you. But Rage...
I'm YRG and Playback, so I'm gonna double beef now. When this video uploads?
Rage asked, like, is he capable of redemption? And it was interesting. I saw basically most of the chat, 80% of it say no. But then I thought, like, well, this nigga's not Hitler. Yeah, like, he just has, like, pretty extreme ideology right now.
like he
exercises it with, like, crazy jokes that attract attention because of how wild they are. That's not capable of redemption? Are you crazy?
But wait, what did he do that's not redeemable?
That's what I thought. So I said yes, but, like, everybody was disagreeing with me. And so...
Is it the cuckoldery?
I don't think it was the cuckoldery. I think it's just people think he himself...
I think because they don't fuck with him, so they feel like that it's impossible. Well, I don't say impossible, but it'll be very difficult for him to turn that perception around because people are looking at him like he's a joke, he's a clown. So
is extreme. But the point I'm trying to make is you don't have to, that doesn't have to be your brand for you to just have and give your opinion on things. And to be honest with you, most of our opinions is not going to be, he's an asshole, he's the worst human being ever, or he's the greatest human being ever. It's just a fucking flawed human being who went down a very odd, strange path over the past few years, and this has been the result of it. It doesn't mean that he's not capable of redemption. I simply just don't fucking believe that. And the thing is people want to pick sides. That's it though. Like, you either hate him or you love him. The people that love him, they're going to tune into his streams, they're going to like his posts on Twitter, they're going to believe what he says about the Matrix. And the people that hate him think like he's the fucking pit of the earth, like this person needs to be fucking exterminated from the planet and it's gonna be better for everybody. But for some reason, if you don't have one of those two opinions, you're right on the fence. I disagree. I think you're just finding of life, and it doesn't gotta be binary. I don't think Sneako's a dog shit human being, even though he's done some pretty dog shit things, like the things he said about Moist Critical's significant other, like some of the awful jokes that he be making, and some of the conversations he be having, some of the people he platforms, like that racist fuck that was talking about how like there shouldn't be like interracial relationships because you know some people are just like this, and he was like, oh, that's not that crazy. Like some of the things you do is fucking weird, Sneako, and you do it under the guise that you're being open and you're being open-minded, but you're really not though, because when someone has an opposing belief to you, usually you're not willing to listen anymore. And the old Sneako that most of the internet remembers would have been willing to listen and have a conversation, would have argued his point, and if he was wrong, he would have admitted he was wrong. There was a time where you were open to dialogue and it would make for an interesting conversation. I feel like nowadays your dialogue is just content so that you can hammer home your point about the Matrix for the 55th time that night.
Too much extreme can definitely come across as fake or phony. I haven't been keeping up with him enough to know like the things that he said that you just insinuated about like how, oh man, I'm trending because of da-da-da-da. Because that's kind of weird, and I just never pegged Sneako to be that type of person. But hey man, I just miss the old Sneako, man.
He does it a lot in different contents. He'd be like, oh, look at them trying to cancel me, but I'm boxing in Dubai right now. I don't know how to explain it to you, but like a lot of his posts now are just like, look, as they try and hold me back, look what I'm capable of doing.
Yeah, that's
which is like, I mean, I guess if you buy into the ideology that Matrix has become a meme now. I don't even know that.
I know.
Yeah. Okay.
No, man, let us know in the comments.
Alright, I just had to speed this up because I've already reacted to a few videos on Sneako already, and I'm ready to officially wrap this up now that we've gotten their take on the situation, given that, you know, they have more experience with him, they are familiar with him, they go into sex dungeon parties and shit with him, so apparently that was cool. That was cool, you know, to a certain degree, but I think it's really interesting how they showed, you know, his older content when he was talking about insecurity and whatnot. You know, he was making a lot of sense in that clip. I was like, oh, okay. You know, this is an interesting take. I agree with this. I don't know why he transitioned from that type of material to this extreme, like, red pill material. And, you know, of course, you can have whatever beliefs you like, but he just seems to be on the extreme side of things, like they said. And I don't feel like you need to do all of that. And it does come across a bit performative. Like, I feel like he's doing it for attention and clout. And he's like, look, I'm trending. Look, people are talking about me. And he's seeming more like a clout demon, which I don't really respect. I just feel like people do that when they feel like people aren't really interested in them as people. So they feel like they have to do this extreme over-the-top shit just to get people to notice them. It's like, it's very childlike, you know, when toddlers act out and they throw tantrums and shit because they want attention from their parents. That's just what it gives. It's like you're acting out and you're doing all this extra shit because you want attention from the public, and it's just unnecessary. Just be yourself, and it just doesn't feel genuine, you know? The things that he says, it's like, do you really believe the shit that you're saying, you know? I hope everything works out for him, and I hope all this trolling and extreme behavior is worth it for him. But I guess y'all let me know what y'all think, though. Let me know what other videos you want me to watch, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!